Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that every single day you could do one trade? Now, the one trade you do, you could choose one of two sides. One trade you do will make you two times your money compared to your risk. You bet $1,000. You're going to make two times your money if you're right. You're going to lose it all if you're wrong. However, that strategy is going to work for you about 50% of the time. Or you can have a strategy that makes 20% of your money, but you're going to win 85% of the time. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, math does lie. The numbers do lie because they don't take into account the human factor. We're going to talk about a solution for overtrading. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. I have some great things to discuss with you today. Everything. We're also going to go through earnings analysis as well for Alta, CrowdStrike, and DocuSign. But by watching this video, you are pausing it and agreeing to this entire thing. Thank you so much for agreeing to that. So I just want to keep it pretty simple. I have a very easy agenda for you guys here today. I just want to talk about simple ways to stop overtrading. And of course, we have a quote from Warren Buffett: trading is not a game where the guy with a 160 IQ beats the guy with a 120 IQ. You see, trading, as Jesse Livermore has said, to paraphrase, sitting on your hands makes most of your money. Sitting on your hands, which basically translates as, you're not particularly sitting on your hands. And if you have a butt my size, my hands would probably fall off. But what if, what if, just what if trading can actually come down to one trade a day? What if trading could actually come down to just one trade a day? Now, I know it sounds a little too fabulous, perhaps, that you could really walk in the market and make one trade. But what if I told you that is the key to actually prevent overtrading? Not only that, the key to unlock your future success. If you are struggling in this market environment, whether you're profitable overall or not, I highly suggest you listen very closely to what I'm about to say. The truth is, people have different definitions for the word consistent and consistency. How would you define consistency? What is your actual definition when it comes to trading, of course, to be a consistent trader? Now, some traders will be like, I've made money every single year. And by that aspect, I am a consistent trader, a perfectly consistent trader. Now, what if traders came to you and say you have to make money every single month? Well, then I've had losing months over my 20-year career, but that would definitely define me this year as 100% consistent. Now, what if you had to make money every single week? Some people say you have to make money every single week to be a consistent trader. And I would say that's getting a little bit more fair. Then there are people who say, I need to make money 4 out of 5 days and ensure that my winning days are equal to or greater than my losing days. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my definition of consistency. And based on my definition of consistency, I am very sad to say that there is probably not one consistent room on Wall Street in terms of one consistent guru. You can't really take a room because when you take a room, depending on the size of the room, we run the largest room here at T3 Live. And you can't, when you look at the gurus and the people making the videos like this, a lot of times they like to drop the word consistency. And in terms of my definition of consistency, which to me is making money 4 out of 5 days. I think the other year I was, again, the year's not over yet, but the other year, I think I was making money like 96, 97% of my days. And my 100th biggest up day, meaning I had my best day of the year, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way down to 100. My 100th biggest up day was significantly larger than my number one largest down day. And the reason how you achieve that, people, how we're helping other people achieve this, is by understanding that sitting on your hands is the majority of trading. Now, last month, you had traders making hundreds of thousands of dollars with us, attributing their success to what we do in the room. Traders with very small accounts. The biggest, of course, scam on Wall Street when anybody shows you any P&L is they like to hide their cost basis. They like to hide a cost basis because it hides, it shadows the truth. You ever see the trader P&L, but they don't share the number of options they traded or future contracts or number of shares they traded. They manage to blot that out. And the reason why they do that is there is something to be hidden, unfortunately. Now, I don't care about calling those people out. Quite the opposite. I only care about you and your success. So I want to talk to you about the root of overtrading and how it actually begins to, for lack of a better word, poison you. I mean, it literally, overtrading can just literally poison you. It literally destroys you. Less is really more. So I know this day trader. He runs a room. No, I'm not going to drop his name because it's not important. But he reached out to me earlier that April, May, I want to say. He's always been a profitable trader, at least he claims to me. And he claims he's consistent. And when I spoke to him on the phone, I was talking to him and I'm like, you're not consistent. People throw that word around too easily. It's a very sexy word. It basically insinuates that you have a very smooth equity curve, that you're able to make money consistently. And everybody has a different definition of consistency. So, for the sakes of this article, I'm going to use my definition of consistency that basically insinuates that you're making money 75% of the time or more, with your up days, your biggest up days being larger than your biggest down days. That is the insinuation here of consistency. And if we go under those definitions, there isn't one consistent guru out there that I have ever seen on Wall Street. It's sad, but they would disagree with me that it's sad because they're making money. Is the goal here to make money, or is the goal here to make money consistently? So overtrading, of course, refers to taking many trades to the extent that the trader's edge literally begins to erode. It is bad for all kinds of traders, but it is a truly cardinal sin for the active intraday trader. I know this guru who runs a room out there, 50 or so members, and he's, you know, he called me up for help, and I said, I'm going to listen in on your room and I'll give you some help. So gave me access and I listened in. And for the sakes of this, we're going to call him John. That's not his real name, by the way. Um, you know, I had the chance to watch him during his trading session, and then once he's like, "Okay, yeah, that was great. $1.50, bang, this is easy. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. All right. Okay, I'm taking this one short here, guys. I lost a point. Don't worry, we'll get him next time." He's talking like that. I'm like sitting here like, all right, that's a mistake. I'm writing because he asked me for my help. And then he takes another trade, a long trade, and 2 losses in a row. He says, all right, the next one's going to be a winner. Like that. Almost like he's leading a circus and a bunch of animals in a circus. And at the end of the trading day, John wonders how he managed that day to blow out 23% of his entire account. Even worse, the traders in the room who went along for a very interesting ride with him. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Now, yeah, there are situations where you'll see people make money on the same idea and lose money on the same idea. But the point I'm making here is the root of overtrading is derived from the unrealistic expectation of market volatility. In fact, earlier in the year, I took some profitable traders in a room, several of them multi-millionaire traders who make multi-millions from trading, and we came up with this, and they shared with me the results. I took 25 traders in the room, all profitable. I stopped after March because I didn't really need to continue. So this was from 2019. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Budem Zdarovia, right? Okay, so I took 25, um, Napravdu, right? I took 25 winning trades here, winning traders, and I literally looked at the timestamps for what percentage of their trades were profitable during certain times. And between 9:30 and 10 a.m., 9:30 and 11 a.m., they had the biggest winners. After 11, everything fell off. Everything fell off. Everything fell off for 3 months in a row. And it's something that I've noticed that actually goes on in every single month. It happens literally every single month. The unrealistic expectation of this market volatility is day traders need movement to make a living. We all know this. When the market is grinding sideways, we should likely not trade, even if it's mathematically possible to make money. And what happens is, John, when I spoke to him on the phone, not his name, doesn't run a room anymore, by the way. He stopped running it a month ago. He had an overestimation of trading skills. He basically thought that he couldn't lose. And by the way, what I'm telling you is what I told John. He felt he was invincible in this market. He might understand the market well, but what he didn't understand well was himself. He had 3 more trading years experience than I did, so he's trading 23 years. He overestimates his trading skills and is confident that he could trade in any market condition at all times. And we've all been taught that the overestimation of trading skills relative to the market is never really talked about. People only talked about, are you a skilled trader or are you not a skilled trader? That goes into step 3, where nobody talks about that your trading skills are only relative to the current market condition. There are traders in a bull market who are sitting there making, one trader in the room made $27 million. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and he's like, thank you, Mark. Your support level was so sick. And I'm looking at it. And I didn't even do the trade, if we're being honest. Again, I'm a trading guru. I go over 2, 3, 400 names a day. I can't trade them all. This isn't Pokemon. I don't have to collect them all. And neither do you. But what that trader did was he took his strengths, applied it to my technical skills and my methodologies, and hit it out of the park. It was absolutely mind-blowing to me. Super proud of him. And this goes to what I'm actually saying about the next thing is the common mentality of a strong work ethic, because we've been taught in life the harder we work, the more likely we are going to make money. Our innate work ethic dictates that we must work for income. And you know what? It's actually absolutely true. But what is wrong is the meaning of work for traders. Work does not mean putting in a trade. The majority of work of trading is actually doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Traders tend to think that work means taking trades. That's wrong. And that's what leads to overtrading. We are working when we are actually waiting for the best trade. Take Newsbeat Live members who know my highest conviction ideas, from high conviction pre-market analyst notes to breaking news like chatter and things like that. Those traders are up hundreds of thousands of dollars for the year. And you might be better than them at 20 other aspects of the market, but they've mastered one or two things. We are actually working as a trader when we are waiting for the best trade. We are working when we are following our trading rules and executing a trade. When we are not even taking trades and we do our work correctly, we will get paid. So I want to offer you guys the magic bullet, the hit it and quit it action plan. Really, the supreme rule to counter overtrading. It's very simple. I asked you a question at the beginning. Would you rather make double your money 50% of the time or 20% of your money 80% of the time even? And regardless of what you answer, from a psychological standpoint, it's indisputable that your answer should be the 20% of your money 80% of the time, because you're going to have happiness, health, be nice to the people around you, and you'll still be profitable. So here is what I am proposing to you right now. Take one trade. If it's a winner, shut down. Shut down your trading terminal. If it's a loser, shut down your trading terminal. After you shut down your computer, you have a lot of options. I suggest you step away. If you are stuck in an office and you have to be there because you're afraid your wife will murder you, or your husband will murder you, or your girlfriend or boyfriend will, strangle you if whatever, log in a demo account, play a video game. I'm serious. Play with your kids, read a book, go outside, go jogging, work in a soup kitchen. I'm serious. You would, when I worked in a soup kitchen, I did it because I thought, I was going to help other people, and I actually cooked chicken soup and provided all the materials, all the ingredients. They had water over there. And I made like I don't know. I think it was like a 25-gallon container of chicken soup. And I did it out of the goodness of my heart. It didn't cost me a lot of money. I think it was like, because I went to Costco for the chicken, I think it was like $85 to feed like, I don't even know how many people. Like 85 bucks. But when I was there, I just realized how gratifying and self-fulfilling it was. I know it sounds cliche, but at the end of doing that, I honestly felt it was them who did me the favor, not me them the favor. I came in with the intention to do them a favor. When I left, it was them who did me the favor. So, one trade a day, no exception, no rationalization, zero excuses. I don't care if you win, I don't care if you lose. The Newsbeat Live strategies we do are phenomenally consistent. Today, did a couple trades, two, made money. That's it. Two for two, 100%. Easy. Why does this work against overtrading? Well, as I discussed before, the causes of overtrading are psychological and very diverse depending on who you are. They mostly involve our minds playing games with us. In fact, this is based on a primitive mind that is addicted to serotonin and dopamine, some scientists thought that this feeling was to encourage humans to populate and have sex so our species wouldn't die. The same feeling that you get when you're trading is a similar and sometimes identical chemical concoction to human beings having an orgasm. And actually, that same chemical concoction is released, believe it or not, when you sneeze. Anybody realize, you know, 100 years ago they had snuff pouches and they would just breathe something and it would make them sneeze. So people were addicted to sneezing to get that instant feeling. The market does the same thing to you. And that's why it's addictive. When you're in a casino floor, it's the same feeling. So my solution for you focuses on physical actions. Shut down the computer. I don't care what you do with your time. Instead of convincing your mind, let's move away physically. Let's overcome your psychological weaknesses. There's only one simple but absolute rule. The more rules there are, the more lessons there are. The people who are teaching you how to trade with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 lessons, they might as well stick a middle finger at you. Because what they're doing, for 99% of you, 1% of you will succeed and you'll tell me, Mark, I'm fine with all these things. And you know what? I am too. I am too. I am too. You know, it's very interesting when I go to some of these trader summits and expos, and I'm talking around the room to all these people, some of them wealthier than me, some of them not. And I'm around all these people, and it's funny. It's funny because the one thing I have that they don't is I make the majority of my money trading, and they don't. So I always find that ironic how the people who want to teach others make the majority of their money from other businesses, which is fine. I don't judge people. Everybody has to do what they have to do. But please understand the irony behind what I'm saying. Having only one absolute rule denies your mind of rationalization. Do you want me to try to uproot all your psychological toxicity? Do you want me to try to cure it and peel it away as an onion? I have developed so many videos to help you do that, and I will continue. If you want a one-stop solution, simple, easy, shut down, one rule. Mark, are you really sure, Mark Melnick, that taking one trade a day is a good idea for me? It's kind of funny if you're asking, how many people asked that question in their head or had that thought cross their head? Type in 11 right now. If you actually thought that, are you sure taking one trade is a good idea? How many people actually thought that as I said that? Can write it at YouTube, Facebook, write it in chat. Let's hear it. Right in the comment section, wherever you're listening. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's bring it out. Come on, bring it, because I'm going to answer it. Ken, Diana, Jose, Eddie, Sergio, John, Daryl, Suzanne, Aiku, Robert. Okay. Brian. No, not Brian. Okay. Not I. All right. Your mind is already, because you guys already know me. Your mind is already trying to rationalize away with my one supreme rule, in which I shared with you. Excuse me, having kids. So let's get it out of our way right now. Knowing that you only have one bullet will force you to only take your best trade. Duh! You will be more alert, more selective in your trades. More likely than not, your trading performance will improve. You want to know what fresh legs are? Does anybody know why there are 10 players on why there are 15 players on an NBA team when you could only have 5 players on the court at once? Do you know the power of having fresh legs? You are at your best on your first trade. It's like you're going on the court for the first time. Let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you're sprinting as fast as you can, do you think you're going to go fastest for the first 30 seconds, the second 30 seconds, the third 30 seconds, the fourth 30, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 20th, 100th? When do you think you'll be running your fastest? On the first 30 seconds. I had a college track scholarship, so excuse the nerdy track analogy. You will be your best on your first trade. Why do you have to, just because you see that guru over there sprinting all day, running the New York City Marathon, what makes you think you have to be that person? You don't. And in fact, somebody who comes to you and shares with you these million trades to make money and all this and that and that and that, and they're taking all these trades, that's a person who is going to keep running ahead of you while you collapse behind them, and they won't even see you anymore. They'll just be gone. Taking one good trade a day is enough to materialize. It will solve your psychological toxicity. It will solve your FOMO. You will build up your confidence and capital. You see, what most people don't understand is when they're actually in a losing streak or their accounts are down money, whether it's a little or significant or anything in between, what they don't realize is you have to be in the right mindset before you're going to make anything serious. You're not going to lose $500,000 over a few years and make 250,000 in the next 3 months. That's likely not going to happen. You need to fix your FOMO, your psychological toxicity, and what I'm telling you solves that. You're going to stop caring about all the other trades eventually. They've never done you good anyway. If you don't believe me, look at your P&L. Look at your statements. I'm not here to I'm not trying to, rub in the hard truth or like rub salt in the wounds, as they say. Quite the opposite. I want to give you that hand up and lift you up and say, "Hey, there's a better way, man. I feel for you. I have nothing but compassion, empathy for you. You're intelligent, you're smart. Let me just show you another way. Let me show you a way in which Wall Street never talks about. Let me show you a different way. Try my way." I have the track record to back those words. Far more traders ruin their account because of overtrading compared to undertrading. That, to me, is an inevitable mathematical fact. In fact, no trade, you know how they say no trader goes broke by taking profits? Have you heard that one? Let me give you a new one, ladies and gentlemen. No trader has ever lost their trading account by not taking a single trade. You must stop trading and over trading, rather, because it is a huge obstacle to your trading success. You must stop over trading because only you can do it. Although my solution, my hit it and quit it plan, my magic bullet plan works against over trading, you have to commit to it. I will pave the road. I will tell you how to walk. Expletive word. I'll give you the damn stock in which you could do it with. I will give you the strategy in which you can apply to it. I will give you the layout and the trading platform in which you can execute in it. But you got to walk it. You got to walk it. All right. Let's go into some earnings analysis. Um, let's let's yeah, let's go into Alta Salon. All right. So Alta Salon reported earnings. They're up, and let's go over the numbers real quick, and let me tell you what I think of the numbers and everything. They announced 2.25 per share versus the 213 expected. They missed a little on revenues, 1.68 billion. That misses the 1.69 billion expected. Mark Melnick, Mark Melnick Kith is a forgiving Mark Melnickith. He throweth away the current earningseth and only focuses on the future. They narrowed their 2019 view 1193 to 1203 versus 1186 to 1206. So they raised the bottom end 7 cents and lowered the top end 3 cents. Okay. I know they're up, and it's a very beaten up name. These earnings suck. They suck. The company is not, to me, showing like they could turn themselves around. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to be looking at it tomorrow for a potential long. The only level that's going to matter tomorrow is the gap fill entry of 267 and a quarter. My opinion, Ulta earnings sucked. And maybe I can't tell you why a name gaps up or down. I mean, sometimes these earnings feel random. If you're following our free earnings list, um, the last four names we gave you, home short, which was a home run. We gave you five short, which missed. These are based on $100,000 ideas. If you followed us through the earnings season, you'd be up $141,025.54. There's a link in the description. This is free. This is absolutely free. You get every single earnings name that I've done this season. Win, lose, or draw. Okay. So let's just move on right now. We're going to go on to CrowdStrike. Give a little earnings analysis on this one. So CrowdStrike at the moment, they are gapped up at the moment to 55.30, up about $2.35 or exactly $2.35 right now as I speak. Um, this was one I was bullish on. I was actually bearish on the Ulta. This is one I was bullish on. They lost 7 cents a share. That compares to the consensus of losing 11 cents. Cool. 135.6 million to 138.6 million. That beats the 127.16 million expected. I'm sorry, 125.1 million versus 118.7 million. Great. Throw it out the window. Show me your projections. Next quarter, a loss of 8 to 9 cents versus the loss of 11. 135.6 million to 138.6 million versus 127 million. Raised fiscal year 20 earnings per share view. Loss of 53 to a loss of 52 cents versus the loss of 65 to 62 cents. They raised their fiscal 2020 revenue 465 to 468 million versus the 445 to 451 million. 450 million was the consensus. These are blowout earnings. These earnings are good. These numbers are good. These numbers totally justify, in my opinion, the gap up. Beautiful. And again, I'll be watching all these names and more tomorrow, applying my definition of consistency in terms of strategies to them, and you'll get to watch that in a real-time basis. DocuSign is the next one that reported, another name we were bullish on. This one is up massively right now, just short of $7, $6.90. Let's see if it was deserved. They announced 11 cents a share. That beats the 3 cents expected. 249.5 million ahead of the 239 million expected. Great. Throw it out the window. Show me your forecast. 962 to 966 million is their raised fiscal year 2020 revenue. That was a raise from 947 to 951 million. They see next quarter's revenue 263 to 267 million versus 260.4 million expected. These are blowout earnings. These are blowout earnings, and the stock is going to be at an all-time high. All-time high was 73.22. The beautiful thing is, with these names gapping up like Alta and DocuSign, it actually allows us to do our newest AK -50 reversal strategy. I actually did my first one today, my first live one today on Five Below, and it was great. It was a great trade. I was really happy with it, and Again, there's a full video. Just look up Newsbeat AK minus 50. Here's the slide if you want to quickly screenshot it. That's what I consider consistency. 85%. That's consistency. So I did it once today because, you know, I don't believe in doing a million trades here either. So right over, where was it? Where did I buy that? Right over here. Bought it right through here. Look at that. Beautiful climb up. Just this little series of bars. That's it. That's my entire trade. Easy money. And I really mean it was easy. So we do get to apply that. My final thoughts. My final thoughts here for the video today. Again, we I am completely, if you haven't realized by now, I'm approaching my 500th Newsbeat show. That doesn't include the other 50 to 100 videos I did with different titles like our evolutionary gatherings and our psychology specials and things that I was really, I was doing all these different things and then people just had so much trouble finding them that I just decided to stick with the Newsbeat show. But I will tell you this, overtrading is the death of traders. I am not going to be the service out there that bombards you with a million trades and is looking to take a million trades. At the same time, there's so many different traders in the room that I have to almost offer a smorgasbord, an all-you-can-eat buffet to those types of traders. However, traders who are struggling do have the easiest time making money piggybacking in the trades that I'm in. That is one way that traders who are losing money do turn consistently successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, always remember you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You just have to have the power to hit the power button after you do your first trade. Trading is not a game where the smartest guy in the room beats the guy with the average IQ. It's the person who actually plays the rules right and thinks outside the box and does outside of what Wall Street tells them to do. Those are the traders who end up being successful. I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat show. I'm going to share with you real quick the algo levels. Happy trading, make money. And I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And keep in mind, we have an open house this week. There's a $49 special inside the description of this video. Whatever you do not go there. Do not go there because you're going to get a free week next week starting Monday, and you could experience 5 days with us and see how we do things. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Slap the like button if you enjoyed this content. Have a wonderful evening.